Hi, I just want to have a look at Redstone, which is RDS. Okay. This is a chart that I've been sort of looking at the last few days, and it to me seems really bullish. It is very bullish, and I do like picking big trending stocks. So this is one that I've earmarked could be a really big trending stock. Okay. Now I'm going to do a little bit different to what I usually do, and I think the key chart to this is the weekly, which is what we're looking at here at the moment. And as you can see, I've done the usual quadrant lines in from high to lows. Okay, and we've done our fib levels in from high to lows. Our fib level for the Alamo, which is our last fib, as you can see, it has come back and it's gone up through it. And then they got some news at the market, which wasn't bad news, but it wasn't what the market wanted to hear. They basically came back and said they had 5% copper at 3 meters, but the thing was the drill rig broke down, so they might even have 30 meters down there. Okay, so they're going to re-drill it, so it's going to be very interesting. Now, I've drawn two trend lines down through the highs, and as you can see here, it has definitely broken out of that bottom trend line. I've also put in a Andrew's pitchfork here, okay, which basically provides us, that's our bottom there at the moment. And I've drawn in another set of fibs for this run here, okay. Now what usually would happen is they'll gravitate back to that Alamo on the overall fibs, which is here around about 45 cents. And once it gets through that, it'll be off, and it'll be up to this 54 cents line here where the two lines intersect without too much trouble. Now there's some reasons for that, and we're just going to zoom in and I'll show you why. Okay. Now here's our fib set from our bottom low to our high here. Okay. Here's our Alamo support. We've got a perfect candle bottom here. This is an inverted hammer. Okay. And it's just done it perfectly along those bottoms there. Okay. One thing to look at there. Everything is turning up here. A little standard error band is coming, and it's just coming in at the bottom, and it's pushing this up. We've gone through this 61.8% fib here, okay, and closed above it, okay. What I'd expect next week, and also back to the 14-day moving average, okay, what I expect next week, if it opens along this line here, which is about 29 cents, it'll push even higher, and it'll push up into this level here, which would be the 37 cents, I'd say, quite easily. Okay, because what I can see happening here with all these MAs, if we have a look at the 30 in yellow and the 50, they've all come together with the 200 in here. And if the stock is pushing up, these two are going to go up and go up through the 200 again. Okay, now that is a golden cross on a weekly chart, and that's why I'm saying the weekly chart is very important with this stock at the moment. Okay, and they'll push up, and that'll push it up into this range up here, and that's where you might then get some retrace. You might even get a little bit of retrace here, but it's not going to be much because there's not much of this stock available. Okay, it is very tightly held stock, and with what they have found in the past, and now they're going to re-drill things, this stock is really being suggested that it could be the next Sandfire, and we all know what happened to that. So let's just have a look at the indicators on the weekly. Here's the weekly indicators, and I've never seen a bigger DEMA buy than this. The last time I saw one of these, I think, was on Peak's weekly chart, and we all know the story there. I think I told everyone to buy Peak at 12 cents and ran to 95 or something like that. This stock has that potential. Okay, so That's what I'd be looking at here. Here's your last big DEMA buy on this stock here, okay? And it ran all the way up into the 80s, okay? And it's seen the 80s a few times, you know. It may take a little break around the 54, which they all do, but that's just time to get some more on the dip, in my opinion. The scoffs on this here have such a long way to go. The MACD has such a long way to go. The volumes are increasing on this stock here at the moment, okay? Yeah, so that is why I'm really bullish on this stock. These indicators still have so much more to go. They have a really long way to go, and they have impetus behind them. And I think their drilling starts early August, may even be late July. So there's not a great deal of time. So I think the stock is just going to be bought up from there. But just remember, there's not much stock available. Anyway, I'm just going to put this on pause for a tick, and we'll come back with the daily. Just back here with the daily chart again, here's the same two lines, and you can see that across those old highs in here has basically picked bottom. Every time it's hit there, it's made a bottom, okay, and it's done it again, okay. So let's just zoom in on this and just bear those few things there in mind, okay. What I can see coming up here with the MAs, which really has me excited, okay, we've got a nice big turn up on the 7 and the 14s just turning up. It's about to go through the 30, okay, and well, look at this here, because we're above the 50 already, okay, I'd expect this support here at the 29, 28 cents to hold, and it to go higher from here, okay, because all these MAs are going to come up through here. The next level that you'd be looking at, which is around about for 37 cents again, 38, okay, it should go there quite quickly, okay. Now when it gets to there, if it has a pause or not, I don't know yet, but what I'd be thinking, if it does, it'd only be a slight pullback, okay, very slight pullback, because as I said, there's not much stock available, and by then there'll be even less. The other thing to bear in mind is when it does come up through there, they usually will, around that 200, take a little break, okay, and then these other moving averages will come up through the 200, okay, and that will push it up higher, at least into that 54 range. Now once it breaks that, it's really going to go, and it's got a lot of room to move, okay, and it'll probably get back to its old highs. So I'd probably be expecting this to be one of the fastest moving stocks on the ASX in the next month, is what I'm thinking, okay. And what I'm saying here, this is definitely support at the moment. It's, you know, it's not going back below that, but I'd really even be expecting this level here to be support, and we'll find out come Monday. But yeah, with what's happening FA wise with the company, and things are all going to be looking ahead from here, I'd expect this just to keep moving and really surprise some people, and really get up and go is what I'm looking at with this stock. We'll have a look at the daily indicators. They're all on the up. They're all on the up. This is getting up a bit high here, but it could just sit up here and stay up here for a while. It might just pull back halfway or something like that. No one knows at the moment. The DEMA still has a long way to go here on the daily. It can go up to the 80s quite easily, or it's 60 at the moment. For it to hit 60, I'd be expecting the stock to be up around about, by the time it hits the 80, to be back up around about the 50 odd cents mark. So yeah, that's just my thoughts anyway on Redstone. But the clear thing with it is the weekly The weekly indicators are the big suggestion that this is going to be a big trending stock, and this could go well to its old highs and even higher. Okay, so it has a long way to move on that, and I'd be expecting a lot from this stock in the next month. But anyway, I've bought some of these, and why wouldn't I after seeing a chart like that? But that's my ideas on Redstone, and it's probably a little bit longer term than some other people's, but a month to hit 50 odd cents from here is not that much longer term, but longer term this chart could go $1 plus on this weekly chart, is what I'm thinking. So we'll see what happens, okay, from here. But yeah, that's me on RDS, and that's why I'm bullish on it.